the honor of introducing our next spoken word artist. Carrie Joy is a spoken word artist who just moved to our city in May from Brooklyn, New York. New York in the house. She began her career in poetry in the Christian arena in 2012. Coming out on the other side of her journey, after suppressing her identity for more than 2 decades, she has since found her own voice and has been speaking her whole truth. After relocating to our city, we've had the honor to meet Carrie, and she's going to share some words with us. Please welcome Carrie to the stage.
For all the women out there that have been silencing themselves for all their lives, this is for you. Can you pass the potatoes, please? You asked me. With your arm lazily held across the table, waiting to get what you want, I'm surprised at your manners, because you've never asked before. You always got what you want. And then you sit here with the audacity to pray with those that you have prayed upon. Have you any shame? Have you considered the consequences of your actions, the scars that your manhood pierced into the untouched flesh of my skin? But yet, you sit here with the nerve to look me in my eye and ask me anything at all. Maybe you think I forgot. Maybe you think I actually wanted it. Maybe you think consent was reserved for adults, or maybe you just thought that you would decide for me because obviously I was never old enough. But you quickly determined that the price of my innocence was your satisfaction, and you paid it under the table, quietly convincing me that it was okay and that secrets are fun to keep, reminding me that my mother would be angry, or people wouldn't really believe me, or my favorites. I told you to stop walking around the house in them shorts. In this house. The same house in which I created memories of growing and maturing, afraid of my womanhood and how it would entice you, afraid to embrace it as beauty, but instead taught to see it as a symbol of sexuality and misguided love. It is around these same people that you would wrap your arms around me without permission and discuss the very intimate moments of my life where I tried to forget about you. In this house, where my tears fed the garden that I worked so hard to regrow, and that my innocent body should be covered so to not test your self-control, you would come to my graduations and my birthdays and blemish the day simply by your presence. Because you still have the nerve to look me in my eye and remain in my life after you know what happened. After you know that you were the thief in my night, stealing moments and memories, stealing discoveries about my body and beauty and sensations that I should always willingly give away. You tainted the word pleasure and introduced the true meaning of the word pain, the two of which create a barrier that protects the innermost parts of me. A barrier that should only be broken when I give permission. That blood is precious. That blood is precious. And it was mine, a rite of passage that only I should initiate. But you stole it and still call me your family. You hug my brothers and my sisters with the same arms that swam recklessly in my sea of immaturity. You greet those with my blood on your hands. You kiss them with the same lips that convinced me of normalcy. Your betrayal haunts me. And maybe life really has been unkind to you, but listen clearly. I am not a coping mechanism. And that is not an excuse. And I don't know how it is that you feel okay within your soul to sit across from me at dinner, or wish me a happy birthday, or tell my mother how much I have grown, as if you haven't stolen enough memories with the memory of what you stole from me. So since you're still here, since you didn't have the decency to leave, and since you were right, they really didn't believe me because I was too young to understand. Oh, how suddenly my age became your defense and my innocence your alibi, and you stuck around to remind me. I have some things I want to ask you. Can you ever admit it? Can you ever admit that I actually did have a reason to be angry? Can you ever admit that you are what happened when I suddenly changed? Can you ever admit that I changed because I felt betrayed and confused and silenced? Can you ever admit that I changed because I was forced to grow into the woman that would come me. The little girl that somehow felt protected by this silence. But today, that little girl speaks her truth. Can you ever find the decency to apologize to my bruised but relentless spirit? Can you look into the same eyes and shed the remnants of my soul every time you touched me? Can you own up to your own destructive nature and realize that you can never truly destroy me? But you do owe me a motherfucking apology. Because I am in control of my own damn body. And then when you apologize, can you be humane enough to remove yourself from my life? As the statute of limitations will never vindicate you. And my family's fear of shame does not equate to your approval. I speak for myself when I say that your time is up. I speak with my sisters when we say that your time is up. Can you hear the clock ticking